always on track to its mission to enable networking, socializing, and volunteering. There are so many ways ACTA has contributed to this institution and have always rendered their best to serve at all forms. Today, we would mark another move to get into a partnership with AICAU. I welcome Mr. Elangovan, President ACTA, to talk to us on the significance of this new venture.
Good morning to all of you. Respected chief guest of this evening, my good friend, and he himself is an entrepreneur, a serial entrepreneur. I mean, even at any age, he has been, any number of companies he has been launching continuously, and also released his book recently, H2O, Handicapped to Opportunity. It's an excellent book. Just now I got the book. It's a very, he's explained his complete experience in his book. It will be worthwhile for all the entrepreneurs to go through it and then gain. And our guest of honor, Dr. Shivaram Pillai, who is also from this campus, and he has been an entrepreneur himself. So those two have come here to share their experience with all of you and their wisdom. So it will be a good opportunity for us. And thanks to our dean and our mentor, Professor Ramasamy, Dr. Meenakshi Sundaram, Dr. Rajendran, and our esteemed faculty, and the brilliant minds of our AC Tech community over here. AC Tech has, in the year of 1980th year of inception, and we are moving towards our centenary in the year of 2044. ACTA has set up a goal, what we should be by 2044. Thanks to our mentor, Professor Ramasamy, has given the complete roadmap for the next 20 years. So we have our action-packed activities required for the next 20 years. What we should be at the year of 2024, AC Tech should be a center of excellence, international center of excellence in the area of research and entrepreneurship. And I also would like to share, apart from the ACTA, we have also formed a Section 8 company, AC Tech Research Foundation, which has been formed last year. We have gone through all the formalities, and we are fortunate to have our very dynamic figure, our chief guest. He has agreed to come as one of the directors of the AC Tech Research Foundation. Thank you very much, sir. So this will give us a lot of boost for us to activities, because many of the activities are going to be done through the AC Tech Research Foundation. And we are very happy to launch this SparkUp and StartUp 24 in a very formal way. This is the first in the current brand, which will be the annual event in future. So this will be the setup. Probably every year we will try to make it up, scale it up a little bit more, and add more activities for this. Our entrepreneur cell is already working overtime, and headed by Mr. Ram Kumar and Ramesh and Balu Ranganathan, all of them working. They are saying that one event per year is not sufficient. We should have one more event in the middle of the year. It should be a expo or some kind of a hackathon or something like that. Different, this thing is also required. We are very thankful to Dr. Uma Maheshwari. So we require a support structure. Fortunately, we found that entire support structure is available in the incubator system. So we were wondering how to create that kind of support structure to training and mentoring and bringing them up to the level of launching the product. So they have the entire support structure. So that's why we are very happy to be signing an MOU with them, so that year after year all our activities will be, we will bring the teams and they will mold them, take them forward until they start up. And AC Tech has got hundreds of entrepreneurs, and they're all willing to support you and mentor you. And they're all available at a touch of a button through the website. Our new website has been launched. All our entrepreneurs will come onto board, and we will allow the student entrepreneurs also to come on board, so you can directly interact with them. And we have any number of people in various fields. So whatever be the field, you will get directly help from them. So this is another support structure through the website. We are going to make it as a formal. It's already on. And this website is available on not only in the web, it is also available as an app. You can download it in your mobile app, in their iOS or Android app. You can interact with them in your app itself, the mobile itself. So that is also another support structure has come. And today, I'm not standing in front of you as a president of IC Tech Alumni Association or one of the directors of the Research Foundation, but I am standing here as one of the members of the I was also one of the entrepreneur like this about 40, 50 years back. The kind of hardship we went through 40, 50 years to become an entrepreneur. We know the pain, we know the handicaps, we know the pitfalls we have gone through. So I am standing in front of you as one more example as an entrepreneur. So there are more failures than success. Okay, that is okay. But every failure has taught us a lesson. So I value the failures more than even the success. So every time it told me, it taught me how it should not be done. So that is a very valuable lesson. So don't think a failure is something like a negative sense. Every failure teaches you a lesson, a very, very, very important lesson, how not to do that. So that is the kind of support, how not to do. That kind of support you'll get from the alumni or from the incubation center. There are some basic things you can do it. Some of the basic things probably, I'm not a formal mentor or organization like this for the startups. But whatever I learned as a startup, I would like to share a few points. See, many of the startups I have seen in the past, they have developed excellent products or services, and they put their entire heart and soul, and after developing the product, they go into the market looking for a customer. And many times they fail because they could not sustain. The entire effort has already gone into the product development, and they don't have the sustaining power to market the product. That's where they fail. I can hint to you, there's another better way of doing it. You first find the customer who has the need, desire, and the pain which you can solve. First identify the customer who has got the real need, the desire, and the pain which you can solve with your product or a service. And build your product for that particular customer segment. Not a customer, a customer segment. So then your chances are better. When you develop a product, don't develop one single product. There are at least minimum 3 types of products you have to develop. You keep the customer in mind. First product, you should create a product which is easy to buy. When you have a concept, you have to make them taste your product, taste your service. It's like you're giving a free sample. Somebody is giving you to taste something. So the moment you taste is nice, then you immediately buy the product. So like that, easy to buy, very cheap product. So without any question, you must try your product. Then you have your primary product, which is your bread and butter. Then you also have a high value product, which is for a prime customer. So when you are building the product itself with this in mind, your success rate chances are better. Second area I would like to highlight is the entire world is full of hype about valuation, funding, who is going to be the funding authority and all those things, even before even you have started a company. Forget about all these things initially. Forget about funding, forget about your brand, forget about everything. First, concentrate on your profitability and scalability. There are two factors. If you can't produce any profit, you are not fit to be in business. If you cannot scale it, you cannot sustain this world. So these two mantras are very important when you are building a product. Third is very important aspect in entrepreneurship is building a inspiring business model is very, very important. I think probably they will tell you how to build a business model. Why I say inspiring means, so as a person, what is your inspiration? What is your aspiration? You want to build a company which will give you 5 lakh per year profit, 50 lakh per year profit, 5 crores, 50 crores, or 500 crores. So you have to fix your aspiration. Based on that, you have to build a business model which can give you that kind of scale. So don't compromise for your aspiration. Your aspiration should be backed by your own skill, your own ability. Don't aspire in this thing here. So every aspiration should be backed by your own skill and reasonable aspiration. From the business model, you come down to coming into building the product, then build a good marketing strategy, then a sales team. These three are very important at the starting stage. You can build all the other systems later. Production, streamlining, all the other HR and all the other things can be built later. These three are very important when you are a startup. The fourth important factor is understand about cash flow. Cash flow, I don't mean profitable, I mean balance sheet or trial balance or your accounting system. What is the cash comes in, what is the cash goes out. That's all. Simple galapoti. Think like that. What is the cash in hand is the only cash you have in hand. What is there as a receivable, it is not your cash. It may come, it may not come. So understand simple Excel cash flow. Maintain that. And when you build a cash flow budget, you build it for minimum 12 months. And that cash flow should include your salary also. As an entrepreneur, you are not going to work for a free. Your effort is also valuable. You have to value your salary. Whether you want the money, you can draw it. If you don't want the money also, your value of the salary should get into the balance sheet as an asset. It's our capital. So don't undervalue yourself. You have to put a value for your own salary. What is the salary you deserve? In your place, somebody else comes, what is the salary? So that should be accounted for. If you are not surviving financially, you cannot make your company to survive. So that's very important. Okay, these four principles are very simple principles which can give you from some, it may not be a success, but it may avoid a lot of pitfalls. You may get into this. See, as a college student, you have the flexibility of a time. You are afford to make mistakes, correct yourself, and then refine and come out with the excellent ideas and product. And incubation center is there inside the company. You can always reach them or the alumni fraternity to help you to mold your complete business model. So these are, with that, I would like to invite all of you to take this opportunity. We would like to bring an excellent entrepreneurial environment within the campus in the years to come. This event will be an annual event, and we will be there with our own 20 years plan. Welcome all of you. Now I request Dr. Uma Maheshwari to request her to sign the MOU with us so that we become a formal partners in this journey. Thank you all.